Hey everyone, Movie Manny here, and welcome to another Movie Manny review. Alright, today it's really something special, and something that I've been not really been looking for, but most definitely something that kind of got my interest. And the movie that I'm about to review is the 2017's Stephen King's adaptation of It. First off, a little background history. If none of you know who Stephen King is a horror book author. He made classics like Shining, Cujo, Christine. The list goes on and on. But of course, when he's most famous for his books, he's even more famous with his movies and miniseries adaptations. And they all fit into one category. They're so bad it's good. The ones are most definitely Langoliers, Tommy Knockers, Children of the Corn, and Maximum Overdrive. But believe it or not, there's only one good adaptation of Stephen King's movie, and that was, well, The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick. And why not? It was motivative. The cinematography was good. The acting was decent, and was there some scary imagery, especially a scary performance by Jack Nicholson. But of course, Stephen King didn't like the movie, so he decided to make it a miniseries. And unfortunately, the miniseries did not do so well. But with that said in mind, the one thing that I am going to talk about is most definitely it. Literally, that's what's the book and the title of the movie. It. Let me let me tell you the story, or possibly the movie. The movie takes place in Derry, Maine. Drink up if you're taking that Stephen King drinking game. Every of his books start place in Maine, so drink it up. Finished? Okay. Okay. Takes place in Derry, Maine, where a group of kids called the Loser Club, which most of the other kids call them, discover some weird happenings going on in their small town. They're seeing their classmates disappearing and or getting murdered, and all because of a mysterious supernatural being that takes the form of a killer clown named Pennywise. And now those group of loser kids have to team up together to defeat him before he gets them. So, make one thing sure, I might have not read the book, but I most definitely saw the miniseries that starred Tim Curry. And to be honest, the miniseries one was over the top hilarious, and by far one of the best performances of Tim Curry's career. It's by far his best one. When I saw the trailer for this new It movie, I was kind of skeptical because I was afraid that this movie was just going to be like any generic horror movie that just had like jump scares, boring dialogue, and not so good characters, and most definitely they're going to do something stupid to Pennywise. It's just going to make him flat out like cliche scary. But when I saw this movie, I was 100% wrong. This movie pulls out all the stuff. It pulls out all the stuff of being scary, creepy, bloody. It's just in the back of my mind. This is in the back of my mind. I was literally shouting out in my head, shouting out, "This is what a horror movie is supposed to be, a rated R horror movie." And boy, there were scenes in this movie that even though that were humorous, but doggone, it got me of how scary it was. So spoilers. So most definitely the one that. So there are three parts of this movie that really got me with the scares. Of course, it was the Of course, the first one is when Georgie is chasing after a paper boat that got into that fell into the gutter, where he comes across Pennywise, played by Bill Skarsgård. I'll get to his performance later. I'll get to everyone's performance later. Yeah, Georgie comes across Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Georgie tries to reach for the paper boat, and even though in the TV series they didn't quite show how Georgie died, but in this movie, my God, it went 0 to 100 in a second. The clown bites his hand, and I don't mean he bites it. He literally rips it off. Just and make only sure this was rated R. This is a kid a little kid who lost his arm. Literally ripped off his arm. Blood everywhere. I was like, that really got me. Like, holy shit! They didn't sugarcoat this. This isn't PG-13. Oh, let's keep this on the down low. No. The guy who directed this, the cameraman, writers, they said no. Fuck you. You keep it PC, people. This is what you're gonna get. And that scared me. Heck, I'm getting chills of. You see that? Even I have to make sure that nothing comes out and gets me. That's how scared I was of that scene. But nothing comes close to this next scene. When the kids find the projector and discovering that the whole monster's operation is all. Operation is in the sewer. They discovered that the projector was acting crazy, and of course you all saw this in the trailer. But what you did not see was like when one of the kids kicks the projector. You see a dysfunctional picture of Pennywise. And literally, even though I knew he was coming. I knew he was going to come popping right out of the picture. I was expecting it. And it didn't pop out. But the one thing I did not expect. One thing I did not expect. Was him literally popping out with a creepy ass smile. It went something like this. The picture of the thing is his smile. Good Lord. And he literally like the size of the freaking garage, just crawling everywhere with that smile and his eyes. Ooh. That got me good. Yeah, so most definitely there were scares in this movie that got me good. And the performances from all these actors. First off, Bill Skarsgård. I was afraid that his performance wasn't going to be as good as Tim Curry's Pennywise in the miniseries, because Tim Curry pulled out the humorous yet creepy and sometimes scary side of his performance as Pennywise, and it was perfect. But with Bill Skarsgård, I'm not going to say it tramples over Tim Curry's performance, but it's most definitely a close second. He performs perfectly. When there was time where he was supposed to be like humorous and funny, he gets it good. Times for it to be creepy and scary, he does it good. Times of being just like poking fun at the kids, just standing there, creeping them out, being a complete dick. He does it good. Now the other performances from the kids, the losers, they also did pretty well. I'm going to sure one of the kids, one of the kids playing Richie. Hey Richie, Finn Finn Wolfhard, and believe it or not, he was in Stranger Things. So this kid has been, this kid is not only in a movie where there's like some type of dementive monster taking over the town, but he's also in a show in Netflix where a monster takes over his small town. Can this kid star in something else, please? The girl Beverly, played by Sophia Lies, she also pulled out a good performance, and she also pulled out a good don't care tough girl type of performance as well. Especially up against the clown when she stupidly gets captured after she bravely does something to face her fear. But I'll get to that later. And the performances from the other kids, they also did good. I actually believe that they were like a bunch of group of friends just hamming up, joking around, cursing, because this is exactly what, I don't know exactly, but this is something that kids do when adults aren't looking. They most definitely curse without no one looking. So I give it to them. I give it to the director. I give it to those kids. They did a perfect job. Now I know that I've been praising it for how scary it is and how sometimes over the top it goes, and also the performances from Bill Skarsgård and the main kids. But what about the rest of the thing? Well, make one thing for sure. In the book, I actually asked my sister about this because she read the book. In the book, when they were kids, it took place back in the 1950s, but in the movie it takes place during the 80s, and they do a pretty good job referencing the 80s because they have a movie theater. I have a feeling they did their research, saying that in the movie theater they had the Tim Burton's Batman, Lethal Weapon 2. I don't know about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. They also referenced like boy bands during that time, and the music during that time. I like that. I definitely like that. But it's also kind of distracting because, again, Stranger Things did this. Stranger Things did it first. The performances, like the adults in this film, they were supposed to act like a bunch of assholes, but the two adults that kind of got me was Haley's father, which again, she faces over him because he sexually abused her, and she like knocks him out with a toilet bowl seat cover, and that indicates that she's a tough girl and and she faced her fears. That is until the stupid clown comes into her and takes her like a damsel in distress. Yes, I finally came across my fear over my father's sexual abuse. You're coming with me, little girl. You shitting me? Tough girl taken away like damsel in distress. There's the bullies in this movie. One of the bullies, Henry Bowers, played by Nicholas Hamilton. In some Stephen King books, the bullies are always like just straight up one dimensional mean, but in this movie, he's just like a psycho killer. I mean, I'm not kidding. He cuts one of those kids. He kills his father with a knife. I thought to myself, Jesus, this is a little bit over the top, don't you think? And his friends, they're just cliche friends. And to be honest, I think they just pulled him off from like different movies. One kid looked like he could have been like Malfoy from Harry Potter. One kid looked like he could have been Roderick from the old Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And of course, they had the fat bully. Why the fat bully? I don't know, because he's fucking fat. Bill, played by Chosen Jacobs. That's his real name, Chosen Jacobs, Mike. He's not really in this that much, and even though in the miniseries he plays like a huge role of like showing off the whole history and having a few lines. In this one, I don't know if he had like things to say. I mean, he was just there. He was just there, and whenever they need him to talk, he just talks, and that's it. And that's a shame because in the miniseries, he put more into that one kid put more into performance. Heck, when he was an adult, they brought him back. I don't know what they're gonna do with this. And I'll get to the adult part later. Actually, I'm going to tell now. I already told my bad stuff. Despite this movie having good stuff and bad stuff, there's one thing about this movie that is really gonna shock people. This is a part 1, ladies and gentlemen. This It movie, this is a part 1. There's more. And to be honest, it's to be expected because in the book and in the miniseries, they had them as kids and adults. They face the It Clown as adults. They only focused them as kids, but now they gotta make a second movie as adults. I don't know how it's going to be performed. I don't know who's going to be the adults of these kids. I don't know what will happen. But I can tell you one thing. In the book, miniseries, and the movie, they said that the Clown, the monster, had to kill for every 27 years. Why that odd number? I don't know. Ask King. And believe it or not, the old miniseries happened 27 years ago to this day. Does this mean we're going to have to wait another 27 years for them to make the sequel of it? If so, Bill Skarsgård is going to be old. Those kids will be old, but I have a feeling something bad will happen to them. Because, kids actors, they don't go so well. I'm hoping for a sequel because I'm hearing like good stuff about this movie, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. And to be honest, I don't know how the movie about the adults will go because in the miniseries, when they were adults, it was kind of boring. That section of the movie was my final verdict for for this It 2017, I most definitely give it an 8 out of 10. This movie is great. It's perfect for I had fun watching this movie. I was fully entertained. I was scared. I loved the performance. I love some humor aspects of it, but of course the drawback of like the side characters and some CGI parts and of course the constant kids splitting up in this film. That's another thing. These kids like stay together, but they always split up. Like one kid gets attacked by that flute lady. Check it again. Gets attacked by that flute lady, and he was like scared, like I thought you guys left me. I thought you guys left me, and they were saying no, we will never leave you. We will never leave you. Never leave you. But the kid playing the Bill character, Jeben Libraher. Oh boy, I stink saying these names. The kid playing Bill, the starter kid, he sees his little brother, his dead brother, and goes after him. Stupid! Don't worry, friend. I will never leave you. I'll never leave you. Hey, is that my dead brother? I'm leaving you right now. Hey, brother, wake up! I rate this movie 8 out of 10. It's pretty great. Go watch this. Hell, I'll watch it again. That's how good this movie is. I'll watch it again. So that's my review. That's my review of it. Thank you all for watching. Now please, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family that I exist. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell to be notified on future videos that I have in store. I'm Movie Manny, signing out. And oh, one thing. Clowns are not scary. I don't know why you people are afraid of clowns.